The arts have been an inseparable part of the human journey. Indeed, we depend on the arts to carry us toward the fullness of our humanity. We value them for themselves, and because we do, we believe knowing and practicing them is fundamental to the healthy development of children's minds and spirits. That is why, in any civilization, ours included, the arts are inseparable from the very meaning of the term education. We know from long experience that no one can claim to be truly educated who lacks basic knowledge and skills in the arts. That's a quote from the National Standards for Arts Education. Today, I'm going to be speaking on why music classes should not be cut when school districts do budget cuts because of the importance of them. Sometimes they are not seen as important as regular core classes, but I'm going to explain how beneficial they are to developing well-rounded students. I will begin by explaining the benefits of better grades. Then I will move to their ability to give students something to look forward to. And finally, I will conclude with the importance of expression and creativity. So, do music classes really improve grades and overall intelligence? According to the Educational Participation and Achievement, students in music classes and music appreciation classes score higher on an SAT overall. Students that were involved in a performance class scored 53 points higher on the verbal and 39 points higher on the math section. Students that were only involved in music appreciation classes scored 61 points higher on the verbal and 42 points higher on the math. The Northwestern University on Silence Daily proved that music classes actually benefit literacy in children. They help improve the skills needed in brain and nervous systems for talking and reading. In 1998, the National Educational Longitudinal Study proved that the percentage of music participants receiving A's and B's, and B's was much higher than the students receiving these grades that were not involved in any music classes. Dr. Gordon Shaw conducted 2 studies with groups of second graders. The first was in 1997, in which he broke second graders up into 3 groups, one of which took piano lessons for a year. After this year, these students scored 15 to 41% higher on a test about rations and fractions. In 2000, he conducted a study in which second graders took piano twice a week for a year, and after this year, these students scored higher on a math test than 4th and 5th graders who had not taken any music classes. Lastly, according to Newsweek, in 2004, Glenn Schellenberg took 6-year-olds and had them take voice lessons and piano lessons, and eventually they had a much higher IQ than students that had not taken these. But not only do music classes benefit kids intellectually, they also give kids something to look forward to during their day. Music classes were always one of my favorite, but I also made lifelong friends in these classes. I would not have had the opportunity to make these friends in regular classes because they were older than me. So the fact that I got to be in a class with kids that were older afforded me the chance to widen my horizons and make some of the best friends that I still have today. Also, these classes are chosen by the students, which means the students are wanting to take them. So if they want to take them, then they enjoy them, which is going to make them look forward to coming to school and look forward to coming to these classes, which leads to it being a relief from the stress of daily school life. Core classes can be enjoyable, but sometimes they get to be a lot of work. And music classes are also a lot of work, but if the kids choose to come and they want to come, then it's going to be relief and it's going to be fun for them. Music education also provides a place for students to exert their creativity and express themselves. These classes afford children the opportunity to be whoever they want to be, and they will be accepted because they're with like-minded students. They get to completely express themselves and express their creativity, not in a normal class setting. These classes are completely structured differently, which allows creativity to be limitless. President Obama says the future belongs to young people with an education and an imagination to create. And these classes are helping nurture that creativity and build that creativity so that these students can go out later in life and be creative problem solvers for businesses and in all kinds of jobs. The former U.S. Secretary of Education, Richard W. Wiley, says, "I believe arts education in music, theater, dance, and the visual arts is one of the most creative ways we have to find the gulf that is buried just beneath the surface. They, children, have an enthusiasm for life, a spark of creativity, and vivid imaginations that need training that prepares them to become confident young men and women." And these classes are giving children the opportunity to build that creativity, to become these confident young men and women in our society. Creativity and expression are only some of the benefits of music education. Like I explained, there are so many benefits to these classes. They include better grades, allowing students to have something to look forward to during their day, and allowing them to express their creativity and be themselves. These classes are essential to producing well-rounded students. Therefore, these classes should not be cut, even when doing budget cuts. They are so important that they need to stay in schools. The National Standards for Arts Education explains, "We know from long experience that no one can claim to be truly educated who lacks basic knowledge and skills in the arts." And that is so true. In order to produce well-rounded, creative citizens, we must keep music classes in schools when doing budget cuts. Thank you.